let you go.
Hey guys, it's me, Serena Shanti, back again with another video. If you're new here, hi, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Today we will be doing a detailed base routine because I finally perfected my base routine. And it's time for me to show y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it because I gotta go to work. So this is what I wear to work. So when I'm doing my makeup, I like to use two primers. I go in first with the Fenty matte primer. You can't really see the name because it's white, but yeah, this is her Pro Filter matte primer. I go in with this first, and when I use it, I take like 2.5 pumps on my hand, right? And I put that on and I let that sit for about a minute. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're gonna let that sit for about a minute, just so that it can soak into my pores and soak into my skin, making sure that my pores are filled before I put on my e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer, which is the second one I use. So this is it. If y'all not on the hype train, y'all better get on it. When this came out, I bought 5 of them because I never wanted to run out. I haven't bought another one since. And I will not be until I run out of all of my other ones that I own. So yeah, now that my first primer has set a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and add about 1.5 pumps into my hand of the e.l.f. Hydro Grip, and we're just gonna add that to my face. Now that my primers are done, I'm gonna go in with my brows. So the first thing that I use on my brows is the NYX the brow glue. Go ahead, focus. Yeah, I use this and then I brush it out, and then after that I go in with my Morphe Pot Brow. I use the shade Chocolate Mousse. You know, just the 2016 brows. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do my brows off camera because this is not like a brow routine. This is just my base, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Y'all, I might look a little bit crazy right now, but trust the process. So what I use to carve out my brows is I use Tarte in the shade Deep, the regular Shape Tape one. Focus. Okay, that's the first one. And then underneath my brows, I use the Tarte Ultra Creamy Tape Shape in the color Tan. Is it gonna focus? Come on. There we go. Yeah, so Deep for the top, Tan for the bottom, right? And this is to give the highlight effect underneath my brows that I want. We're gonna let that sit for just a little bit, but while we let that sit, we're gonna go ahead and go in with our NARS Radiant Foundation while we let that sit, we're gonna go in with our NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade New Caledonia. You're gonna focus? Focus. Here we go. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and go in with that, and we're just gonna add that to my face, and I like to blend that out with a brush, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, me personally, I like to go in with about 3 pumps on the back of my hand, and then I just add it to my face, including my forehead, and then we're just gonna blend that out. And then I also like to bring it down to my neck, making sure I get my whole under chin. Is that what you call it? Y'all know what I mean. But yeah, just blend that down to your neck, making sure that everything is even. Avoiding the concealer spots, only because I'm about to blend those out as well. So then to blend my concealer out, I use a brush, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend the under first and then go on the over. Also, guys, if you're wondering why I'm looking down, I have a mirror right here. Because the regular Tarte concealer does dry down a little bit quicker, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray, just so that I can add moisture back to those parts that need it. And then to help get rid of any sharp lines, as you can see, it really does look like I just carved out my brows. I'm going to take the brush that has some foundation on it and just blend that out a little bit. Like I said, this is really a trust the process type of thing when it comes to doing your base makeup. You might look a little crazy at first, but once you get the hang of it, it gets better. You know what I mean? It gets better. You just have to really trust your makeup skills and what you're doing in order to achieve the flawlessness, you know? Now I'm going to conceal under my eyes. I'm going to go back in with both of those Tarte Shape Tape concealers. First, I'm going in with my shade Deep in the regular one and going straight under those eyes. I'm going to hit the chin as well. Also the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead. We're going to blend that out with the Beauty Blender. Now to brighten that under eye, I'm going to take the lighter shade in the Ultra Creamy Tarte Tape shade. I'm going to add that right where I want to highlight under my eyes. And you're just going to blend that out with the Beauty Blender as well once again. You want to also make sure to keep that concealer right where you want it. That's why you only add a little bit, making sure that it's right in that crevice of that under eye, like right at the point, because that's where you want it to be the most highlighted, you know? Now that I have concealed under my eyes, I have highlighted, I've concealed my face, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. I would show you guys like the top of the powder, but this is what it looks like. I have the shade Medium, and I'm just gonna dump some into the top, and we're gonna go ahead and set right away, okay? Right away. Taking that same Beauty Blender that I used, and this is how I'm gonna set it into my skin before I bake. Now we're gonna start baking. I'm gonna take that same Beauty Blender with that same powder, and instead of setting it on my skin, I'm going to just place it onto the parts that I wanna bake, just like that. Now that we're all baked, we're about to bronze and contour, sculpting the face basically. I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Ebony. Focus. Oh my goodness. That's as good as we gonna get. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna take a brush that looks like this, and I'm just gonna go on top of it and sculpt out my face. Now the reason I take it with the brush instead of sticking it right on top of my face is because I've noticed that I get a better coverage, if that makes sense. It blends out way better when you just put it on the brush instead of putting it straight on your face, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And to help further blend that out, because right now I look a little crazy, just a little crazy, we're gonna take a different brush, a fluffier brush, just to help blend that out. A brush like this per se, like something like this. And I'm gonna blend out my forehead, my cheeks, my jaw, and my nose. And it's okay if you rub a little bit of that powder off as well. I'm gonna go back in with my Beauty Blender just to further blend that out. Just like this. Because you don't want it to look like, you want the contour to kind of look natural in a way. At least that's how I like it when I'm doing my everyday base makeup for work or for clinicals, things like that. So yeah, The next thing I'm going to use is my Pro Filter powder from Fenty Beauty in the shade 450. And this is my pressed powder. I'm just going to take this with a big fluffy brush and rub it all over my face, including where I put the powder, so that I could get rid of the powder, set my face further, and everything like that. Now to further add color to my face, because we are looking a little pale, a little flat, two-dimensional in a way, we're going to use my Juvia's Place Bronzed Duo in the shades Deep Dark. And we're just gonna go over the parts that we contoured with the bronzer. Now the way that I do this, I use my fluffy brush that I used before to help blend out everything else, and I just go over that with this. Now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of blush. I like to use the Juvia's Place blush in volume 4. This is the Duo blush. I couldn't read what it said because it's scratched off. That's how long I've used it and how long I've had it. And I still have not touched the pan. Let's give it up for Juvia. Let's give it up for her real quick because she deserves it. Let's use a big fluffy brush such as this one. I take the hot pink one on top. I mix it with the bottom one, making sure to get an even amount of both. I tap off the excess, and then I just add that to the apples of my cheeks. I like to smile when I do it to make sure that I get the right spot, you know? And now we're blushed. So let me go ahead and do the other side so that you guys can see that as well. Now that I have added my blush, I'm gonna go ahead and spray with my One Size Until Dawn setting spray. Took me forever to get my hands on this, but we're gonna spray my face now. Now that my base is done, I'm gonna go ahead and add my finishing touches, which is my eyeliner and my mascara and my lashes, off camera because that doesn't include the base, but this is the base routine. Flawless, right? There's no filter on this camera, so it's giving smooth. It's giving doll-like skin, and that's really what I was going for. So if you guys want to do this, go ahead and do it. And let me know if you do it. Let me know down in the comments if you do it. I'm gonna add my finishing touches and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay guys, I almost forgot to do my highlighter. So I use Moon Rock, this shade right here, in my Morphe Lunarius palette. I just take it with my finger. I just apply it on the bridge of my nose and my nose. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay guys, I had to switch to my phone camera because my actual camera keeps dying, but this is the final look. If you guys liked it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you didn't, go ahead and put some feedback down in the comments. I would love to know what you guys want to see more of, and like if there's anything I could do better to give you guys better video quality and everything like that. But yeah guys, I will see you guys in the next one. I'm about to go to work. So let's hope we have a good day. See you guys later. Bye.